You know, despite how much of a Pokemon fan I am, there aren't really any Pokemon I dislike. Sure, there are some Pokemon I will admit are bad, but even those I'm either neutral on, or I like quite a bit. Even the most infamous Pokemon I don't mind. I really like Mr. Mime, I'm pretty neutral on Delibird, Bebarrel's a great HM slave, and... Oh, screw off, Trey! But there is one Pokemon that I hate with a burning passion, and I think everyone will understand why. I actually used to like this Pokemon for some reason, but now, it's what I would consider objectively the worst one of all time. And you know what? You're staring right at it. Unknown. Where do I even begin? Unknown has really bad stats, with 72 in attack and special attack, which already isn't very good, but every other stat? 48. It'll probably be knocked out before it gets the chance to do anything. But even if it does get to attack, do you think it'll do anything? No. It only learns one move, Hidden Power. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad if every Pokemon aside from a handful couldn't learn it, but instead it's the exact opposite. Very rarely will this attack actually be super effective, because you have to factor in the unknown's IVs and the Pokemon you're up against, making the move very situational. But it's not like it'll do much damage anyways. They seem bad, but none of that compares to what pisses me off the most about Unknown. Game Freak seems to really like this piece of crap, so they treat it like an unstoppable force in the anime. Yeah, it sure is mysterious, Game Freak. Mysterious that you want people to like this thing. Unknown also has the most trading cards for it. Since its debut in Neo Discovery, it's received over 80 different cards. Some are just about a group of Unknown, while others are about each individual letter. The letters also have different abilities, but none of them seem to be useful. Take Unknown Y for example, which can remove one damage counter from one of your active Unknown, but then it's asleep. Yeah, Poke Power. My ass. And even then, that's not exactly what annoys me the most about Unknown. This may seem a little ridiculous, but one of the main reasons why I hate Unknown so much is because of its appearance in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Some of you may already know that I'm not a huge fan of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and one of the reasons why is because of the Pokedex. For example, there are only 150 Pokemon available, which includes an overabundance of types like Ghost, Poison, and Bug, but only 2 Fire-type lines, including the starter. That's not even everything wrong with it, but guess who takes up the space of this already small Pokedex size? Game Freak, next time you add a Pokemon to a regional Pokedex, make sure to not do what you did with Diamond and Pearl by adding a Pokemon who's completely pointless, especially if said Pokedex is already lacking. Sure, maybe help Tyne to Johto better, and for whatever reason Sinnoh and Johto have a stronger bond than Kanto could ever dream of having with either, but I don't care. The fact that it contributes to making my least favorite Pokemon games worse makes me hate Unknown even more. Sure, maybe it doesn't have the lowest base stat total, and it does have the ability Levitate, but that still doesn't make Unknown any better. I don't even understand why the Pokemon Company tries to make Unknown look so great if they're not even going to make it somewhat decent in-game. Even Salsa from Mother 3 is more useful than it. Even Heavy and Bomb from Knuckles Chaotix are better. Unknown might as well be the worst party member in any RPG series. No, it might as well be the worst character in any video game. Not even Smogon recommends using Unknown. Now I hope you all can see why I hate Unknown so much. But if you're just kind of neutral about this Pokemon, then I guess I can kind of see why. But if you really like this Pokemon, then I pity your wretched soul. It sucks that my favorite Pokemon region had to introduce such a terrible Pokemon, but hey, at least it introduced Crobat. But as always, until next time, this is Blue Ninten, who will try his best to not add a ton of red circles and arrows to the thumbnail to make it more clickbait.